is that the critic might try one final counter to Matthew's account, with the closing piece about Herod killing all the boys 2 and under in Bethlehem, and that this is somehow not historically reliable. Basically, the critic's whole approach is an argument from silence because Josephus didn't mention it, therefore Matthew and the Bible can't be trusted. I'm sorry, but that's just really poor reasoning, especially from everything that we have shown so far in Matthew and Luke's accounts. The only relevant question to ask is whether or not this could have happened. And the answer is most assuredly yes. Knowing that the Magi's visit occurred in late December of 2 BC actually makes Josephus's and Matthew's accounts complement each other even more. On our timeline is that we can see that Matthew's Magi account during Hanukkah comes right before Herod's killing of Matthias and the others for ripping down the Roman eagle on top of the temple gate in conjunction with the January 10th, 1 BC blood moon. So you already have Herod burning priests and others alive at this time. But what inspired them to take such action, because they knew what the consequence would be? And this is where Matthew's account ties in, because when the Magi arrived a couple of weeks before this, is that the whole city would have seen the entourage coming in and been really curious and excited about their presence. And the Magi would have been telling everyone why they had come. It wouldn't have been a concealed secret only for Herod. And we know this because verse 4 says that all Jerusalem was shook up by the news that the Messiah had been born. I think by now we know that messianic fever was high at this time, and this type of news would have easily inspired people to start rebelling against the Roman government, including Herod. And let's not forget that very soon after this, Herod kills his own son and heir to the throne, Antipater, because he believed Antipater was trying to assassinate him for the throne. Herod was paranoid all the time about insurrection and assassination attempts. And we saw earlier that the Pharisees were using Daniel's prophecies as inspiration that Herod's kingdom would be overthrown. And Herod killed them and even other family members of his that bought into this idea. All of this gels perfectly with the Magi's arrival and their news that the Jewish Messiah had been born. Herod tried to use the Magi as trackers so he could go kill the toddler, but God warned them to get out of Bethlehem, and Herod found out that he had been duped by them, is that then he lost it, no differently than all the other occasions that we read in Josephus's accounts, and he ordered that all the boys 2 and under in Bethlehem should be killed. All of this perfectly harmonizes chronologically and contextually with Josephus. There is absolutely no reason to discount the idea of Herod killing a few dozen 2 and under boys in a poor shepherding town like Bethlehem. Herod was a massacring nutjob from day one, with Antigonus all the way to his last days by executing his very own son. He took out anyone and everyone at the first sniff of a rebellion. What even further validates Matthew's narrative is that Suetonius, writing on Augustus, said, according to Julius Marthus, a few months before Augustus was born, an astronomical portent was generally observed at Rome, which gave warning that nature was pregnant with a king for the Roman people. Thereupon, the Senate in consternation decreed that no male child born that year should be raised, but those whose wives with child saw to it that the decree was not filed in the treasury, since each one appropriated the prediction to his own family. Right there, you have the Roman Senate ordering that all male babies born that year essentially should be killed, because astronomical signage was being interpreted to say that a king of the Romans was going to be born that year. And coincidentally enough, the man who completed the dissolving of the Roman Republic into an empire was born that very year. Reminder, hit the subscribe button below, turn on the notification bell, hit the like button, and leave a comment. And don't forget to visit us at justfortruth.org. And in the meantime, stay salty.